It is cold for South Georgia. That's all I have to say. All right, welcome back to Grace Grown Farm. We are in front of our new chicken yard. So, if you didn't know, we moved our chickens and 2 of our ducks. That's all we have remaining. You guys, we've had a serious predator problem in the back. But just to update y'all, we are selling 10 of our 14 acres. So we are gonna hold on to 4. We're selling 10. So we've been in the process of moving everything to the front. And really what I wanted to come on here and talk about is really just simplifying. So so that's the whole idea of a homesteading life, and I do this because we kind of do that modern homesteading thing. You know, we raise chickens mostly just for the eggs. You know, the compost from their manure is nice too, but I don't feel like we've really tapped into the potential. Tapped into the potential of that yet. We have 2 bunnies and we use their bunny berries in the garden. And then we have 2 ducks that don't do anything. We used to have 9 and we've just one by one lost them over time. There's a female and a male, but I have no clue where the female lays her eggs. So they're probably in the woods, 1,000 of them. But anyway, our whole, you know, kind of word for 2024, if you will, is to simplify things. So that, you know, everybody always says like, oh, that's the beautiful thing about the homesteading lifestyle. That's false. Like, it's a lot of freaking work. It is not simple. And you start with chickens or you start with sourdough, and then all of a sudden you want everything else. Like, you want this huge garden, you want goats, you want a milking cow, you want all these things. And we were finding ourselves doing that, and you know, we just kind of had to take a step back and say like, okay, we really need to slow down. Like, we want to live more sustainably, you know, and build up some food storage and learn these life skills, but we do not want to overwhelm ourselves and bite out more than we can chew. So we just really need to simplify. So I'm going to take you guys along. Just let that be a word of encouragement. Let that simmer if you're thinking about joining the homesteading life, modern homesteading life. Again, I kind of call it modern homesteading because, you know, we still have power. We still pay a power bill. We still have cell phones. Like, we're on well water, but that's just because we're out here in the woods. You know, we send our kids to public school. We have health insurance. You know, it doesn't have to be full on Little House on the Prairie off-grid living to just start living more sustainably and, you know, try and grow foods that maybe you can't find at the grocery store. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. That's the whole thing. That's what we're doing here, especially going into 2024, focusing on simplifying. I'm gonna show y'all what we've done to the front by moving the chickens and the ducks up here and moving the garden. All right, let's do it. All right, here's our chicken coop. I'll put a link to this up at the top. You can watch the video of us getting it and kind of transforming it into the coop. And then here is our chicken yard, our little fenced in area. So I don't call it a run because it's not covered. Really easy to do. Patrick did this pretty much by himself. I helped him a tiny bit over there, but maybe I'll have him work on a post write-up of kind of the supplies that he used and how he did it. But we're loving it. So we have the automatic chicken coop door right here. So, you know, we have that set on a timer so they can come in and out. We pretty much keep the front door closed. That is for us to go in and clean and collect eggs. We had 2 eggs in there. We've got 9 ladies. It's winter, so, you know, they're kind of not laying that much, and most of these girls we just got, so probably like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. So they're still adjusting. God bless you. So they're still adjusting to their new home. Not worried about egg production. Oh, I see the 2 that we got yesterday. We left them on the stump with some scissors. That's great. All right, we secured the other 2. So let's show you guys the garden space, and we're going to talk about what we're growing while we go through the garden.
All right, so as we walk from the chicken yard, we get into our fruit tree area, so orchard if you want to call it. So we've got a tangelo tree, and then over here we've got our peach tree. This is the one that we actually did harvest off of last year. She's got some beautiful blooms. She's a little confused, but if I remember correctly, she did the same thing last year, so that's fine. This is our pear tree. Over there we have another peach tree. She's not blooming. Nope, she's not blooming. And then we've got our cut orange tree. So this is just like a navel orange tree. We've got one little orange on it. So we'll see. She's small, but we're just gonna let her keep ripening up. She's kind of orange, but a little bit yellow, so it's our first time doing oranges. So I'm gonna let her keep going unless Coop picks it off. So, all right, so here is the main garden space. So just for, you know, map reference, we've got chicken coop over there, and then over here you've got your trees, and then over here is our main garden space. So we decided to just go ahead and landscape fabric the whole thing. I'll link to the one that we have down below. We got a huge roll. I think it was like $100 on Amazon, and then we got the landscape fabric staples. But in the back, we just had such a problem with weeds over the summer. They grow like crazy, and it was just too much to keep up with. So we're going the landscape fabric route. We did not till, we did not really amend the soil much at all because we're utilizing raised beds, and then our blueberry beds here, they're not really raised, but you know, blueberries like acidic soil, and we're pretty sandy here, so we just put a couple bunny berries in there with the sandy acidic soil, and we're just gonna see what they do. So far, even though most of our plants are dormant, like our trees, we can just tell they've kind of like taken really well to being up here. I think the soil is a little bit better than in the back. Hi, Cooper. Hi. So here's what we got going on. This bed here, we don't have anything. I don't know my plans for it yet. It might be a potato bed. I could do potatoes directly in the ground, but I might do them in there. We'll see. And then I really want to do flowers up and down there. And then all of these are blueberries. I think we have 10 total blueberry bushes. And then right here is where it starts blackberries. So then all of these are blackberries, and then we've got a middle section here, and we are either going to do mulch or rock over it, and then all of these are blueberries as well, and we'll continue the mulch in here. I think it'll just look really clean, really nice. And then on this side, I'm gonna link to these raised beds below. Absolutely love them. You can get them off Amazon. So anything that I talk about today will be linked down in the description box below. Okay, so in here I put some seeds. It has been so cold, so it probably wasn't a good idea. Oh, but look at that little growth. So I did some carrots, and I did some purple cabbage and green cabbage. There was a little baby purple sprout. I'm probably messing with its mojo, so we're gonna leave it covered up because I saw a little sprout the other day. So, okay, let's just check this side. Where are you? You know, they may not germinate because it's so cold, and I've got them covered up, and I'm just trying to keep them warm. I probably should take the hay off during the day so they can get some sunlight. Well, anyway, if you're a new gardener, and especially new to seeds like me, then you, oh, there's one. Did I pull her out? Okay, I'm not gonna touch it. Okay, let's stop messing with nature. If you're a new gardener like me, then you might be so confused when your seedlings start to pop up. Like, is that a weed? Should I pull it? Is that the seedling? How do we know?
I love buying seeds from Botanical Interest because they actually put a photo or a really pretty drawing, painting on the seed packet of what the seedling will look like. It is extremely helpful. So shout out Botanical Interest, thank you to you. All right, up next we've got our strawberry bed. We got these last January, so if you're watching this right now in January, now is the time to plant strawberries. This was left over from our fencing from the chickens, and I think it looks pretty cool. It doesn't cover the whole thing, but I'm just hoping it keeps my ducks out a little bit. The chickens have not gotten out of the fence yet, so hopefully I don't have to worry about them. But I am hoping that it keeps my ducks out. So fun fact about this soil right here. This actually came from my compost tumbler. Yep, I made that. That was food. See, you can even see the broken up eggshells here. I made that. It's so rewarding, you guys, like so rewarding. If you don't have a compost tumbler, I highly recommend you getting one. You can also just very easily designate a corner in your yard and just start piling the scraps on. Do a little bit of research. You have to have your proportions correct, your ratios correct as far as nitrogen and carbon and all those things, browns and greens. And it's a little bit confusing. In the first year that we moved here, I was very excited, very eager. I got a compost tumbler, did it all wrong, but it eventually broke down. That's the soil that I'm showing you. So it's possible. I'll link my compost tumbler down below. Up next, we've got garlic. You guys, this is my first time growing garlic, and I didn't know that it was gonna come up so soon. So stay tuned. Uh-oh, baby on the loose. He's going to get the bunnies. Ouch, bit me. Hi. This was a stock tank that we got at Tractor Supply. Actually, we might have gotten it at Lowe's or Home Depot. I'll link to it down below. It has worked great. We drilled 2 holes in it. This was my first little raised garden bed once we moved here. So these are my dead, dying herbs. We will replace this in the spring with some fresh herbs. And here's the compost tumbler in all her glory. Love her, like $89, really easy. You just put it in one side and then you spin it. Good job, bud. Yep, you tumble it and easy peasy. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Cooper's gonna throw some dirt. Look at him. Okay, that's expensive dirt that you're throwing. Let's go over to the regular dirt. Anyway, as you can see, we're adding on to our house back there. That's all I really have. I'm gonna link to everything below. Bye.